I am going to tell you 4 stories, and I want you to pay close attention because we are going to play a game afterwards. A widow came to Elisha and said that a creditor was going to come and take away her 2 boys as servants unless she paid her debts. But she only had a pot of oil at her house. Elisha told her to go and borrow every oil vessel she could from all her neighbors, even if they were empty ones. So she sent her sons to go gather the vessels. When they had gathered a lot, the woman locked her sons and her in their home and filled every vessel with oil, and still had more oil left over. She told Elisha that she had done as he asked. He told her to go sell the oil and pay her debt. And so she did. One day, Elisha was walking through Shunem. A woman invited him into her home and gave him some bread. Then she gave him bread every time he passed their home. One day, the woman told her husband that she believed that Elisha was a prophet. She told her husband that they should prepare him a room in their home with a bed, a table, and a candlestick so that he could stay with them. Elisha told his servants to tell the woman that because she had been so nice to him, he wanted to do something nice for her and to ask her what she wanted. She said that she wanted a child, but her husband and her were too old. Soon after, the woman had a healthy baby boy. Later, the son got sick and died. The woman had faith that Elijah could bring her boy back to life, and so she called for Elisha to come. Elisha gave the boy a blessing, and the Lord brought him back to life. The men traveling with Elisha were hungry, but they were in a land that had a famine. So Elisha sent his men to gather what they could find to make pottage, or soup. They gathered some herbs and gourds from around the area, but they didn't know what they were gathering because they weren't familiar with the land and the things that were there. When the pottage or soup was made, the men began to eat it. Then they realized that some of the ingredients used to make the soup were actually poisonous. Elisha told the men to bring some meal or flour and throw it in the pot. Then they served the soup again, and none of the people got sick or died from it. Someone brought some food to Elisha. He gave him 20 loaves of barley bread and full ears of corn still in their husks. Elisha told his servants to help him feed all of the people with what the man had brought. His servant said that it was not enough to feed 100 people that were there. Elisha told him to just do as he said, because the Lord said that they should eat, then leave. So the servant set out the corn and barley bread, just as Elisha had asked him to do, and the people ate and left, just as the Lord had said. Now we are going to do a game. I am going to read you a 1 to 2 word clue, and I want you to see if you can guess which story I'm talking about. Clue number 1, oil. Pause the video while you discuss. If you said it was the first story where the woman filled the empty vessels to pay off her debtor, then you are correct. Okay, clue number 2, 100 people. Pause the video while you discuss. If you said that it was the last story that we told about feeding 100 people with 20 loaves of barley bread and some husks of corn, then you are correct. Clue number 3, sun. Pause the video while you discuss. If you said it was a story where the woman asked for a son and then later in life he died and Elisha brought him back to life by the power of the Lord, then you are correct. Okay, final clue. Pottage or soup. Pause the video while you discuss. If you said that it was the herb soup that was poisonous, but then when they threw meal or flour into it, it wasn't poisonous anymore and nobody died, then you are correct. Now, I want you to discuss as a family what miracles you have seen in your family. It could be big miracles or small miracles. Have fun discussing, and we'll see you next week. For the lesson plan, check out our blog in the description below.